breakfast biscuits, and Now biscuits.
Discussions on sustainable development commence. Inquiry into standards and integrity of journalism. And NCD celebrates women. A very good evening. This is from Pacific Island countries are currently in Port Moresby to attend Event Pacific Urban Forum for discussions on sustainable development.
Speaking during the opening of the forum, NCD Governor Poe Sparkop said the discussions will highlight Port Moresby's transformation and commitment to inclusive growth and will focus on infrastructure, housing, livelihoods, health, climate-resilient materials, and the foundations of resilient communities.
Economic empowerment strategy for women in our city to mark this day, to coincide with the opening of the Pacific Event Forum.
He said the delegates will also experience the city's rich cultural diversity in music, art, food, and entertainment. Regional Director for Asia Pacific, Kazuko Izigaki, said they were delighted to attend the forum and share their experiences and collaborate for the good of the citizens in the Pacific Island countries.
We can transform cities and human settlements as the engine of inclusive, resilient, and sustainable development, bringing prosperity for all.
She explained the importance of the collaboration between the Pacific Island nations and looks forward to learn from PNG in this two-day forum. Regional Director Commonwealth Local Government Forum, Karibaiti Taoba, thanked the PNG government for inviting them, stating that they have to be proactive in this discussion.
May the connections we build here in the amazing Port Moresby strengthen our Pacific family and support more resilience and sustainable communities in the years to come.
Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
The Permanent Parliamentary Committee on Communications presented a report on the spread of misinformation, decline in journalistic standards, erosion of public trust in media institutions, and gaps in digital literacy across communities.
When presenting the report on committee inquiry into the standard and integrity of journalism in Papua New Guinea, Member for Alotau and Deputy Chairperson of the Permanent Parliamentary Committee on Communications, Ricky Morris, said the safety and professional integrity of journalists have come under increasing strain from political pressure, commercial influence, and community tensions. Social media platforms have become the primary news sources for many Papua New Guineans, especially young people and rural populations, often bypassing traditional media gatekeepers. Mr. Morris said the committee conducts public hearings, receives written and oral evidence, undertakes site visits, and engages stakeholders across government, industry, academia, civil society, and the media sector.
Migration today into Facebook, TikTok, WhatsApp, these are no longer supplementary news sources. They are becoming primary news sources. And in the absence of strong mainstream alternatives, unverified and harmful and deliberate false content spread unchecked with real and devastating consequences.
Member for Kokopo, Eraman Tobining, who is also a member of the committee, said there is need for social media platforms to be regulated. He said cyberbullying and lack of digital literacy is a concern.
What we are witnessing today in Papua New Guinea is the weaponization of the technology against our own people, Mr. Speaker, our own women.
Mr. Tobining said drawing lessons from global best practices provides the opportunity to assess different models of media regulation, accountability, and journalist training to potentially proven strategies that balance freedom of expression with social responsibility. Different countries with diverse political, legal, and social contexts have pioneered approaches to uphold journalistic standards, combat disinformation, and ensure equitable access to trustworthy information.
Journalism quality and professional standard. We must reinstate proper accreditation mechanism and strengthen journalism education.
The committee concluded that these international benchmarks can help PNG develop a roadmap for developing a more inclusive, ethical and future-ready media landscape. Pakatambuan National EMTV News.
This year marks 250 years of independence for the United States of America. The U.S. Embassy based in Papua New Guinea has planned a special celebration that will eventuate in the country.
Ourselves have some good conversation.
During a briefing today with the Sergeant of Affairs of United States, Alex Berenberg, he explained that it is fitting to commemorate this occasion in Papua New Guinea, where it recognizes the commitment to democracy, sovereignty, and the rule of law.
So President Trump has asked embassies all around the world to celebrate our campaign called Freedom 250, which shares American history and values with the rest of the world.
The Sergeant of Affairs said on the special bond between the two nations going back to the early days of independence.
We were one of only 8 countries to recognize Papua New Guinea on its first day of sovereignty in 1975, and our commitment reflects that enduring belief in self-determination and partnership and the principles enshrined in our Declaration of Independence 250 years ago.
He made a special announcement today regarding a museum that will be established in Papua New Guinea.
I'm also excited to announce that PNG will be home to our Mobile Founders Museum, which is sharing the story of our original 56 founders of our country, the signers of the Declaration of Independence. And these were ordinary people who took real risks for freedom, much like PNG's own founding generation.
This event affirms the continuous engagement with Papua New Guinea in key areas of development.
Under President Trump's vision, we're using our 250th birthday to do just that, to deepen our engagement with Papua New Guinea around not only the economic and commercial side, but also in security and people-to-people ties as well.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Under the Defense Cooperation Agreement, the United States is focused on building capability in defense and security for Papua New Guinea by involving PNG in exercise programs.
For this year's Tamilk exercise program, Papua New Guinea Defense Force will be part of it, which symbolizes the ongoing bilateral partnership. The Sergeant of Affairs, Alex Berenberg, elaborated on the areas they are targeting to develop.
Also looking at tactical interoperability, joint readiness, and that looks at logistics, medical training, and also humanitarian assistance and disaster response.
These engagement programs aim to build internal capability of the Papua New Guinea Defense Force to be able to respond internally on security issues.
Ensuring that PNG has the ability internally, the capacity to respond to natural disasters as they happen. And because PNG is such a large country, it's really important that the U.S. share its knowledge and help build capacity here so that the PNGDF and other government organizations can respond to disasters.
The Sergeant of Affairs, Alex Berenberg, said they have conducted a groundbreaking ceremony to establish a fuel storage in Port Moresby to support in boosting security and other engagements.
So on the defense side, we're excited about an investment of essentially almost 2 billion kina in fuel storage here in the Port Moresby area. So that hopefully will come to fruition very soon.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Following last week's parliamentary sitting, the Defense Minister's statements on the Defense Force recruitment process has drawn public scrutiny.
The member for Morobe, Rainbow Paita, raised concerns on the companies hired to handle the Defense Force recruitment requirements, highlighting the case of impersonation and identity theft in the recruitment process.
And the record now, Mr. Speaker, as some of us hold in our hands through our phones, I think, is that this student is using multiple IDs is not a student claim. Minister, how many recruits were accepted outside the official list shortlisted?
Paita explained the significant imbalance in candidate selection from the regions and demanded clarification on the selection process.
From the shortlist, there appears to be a misalignment or discrepancies between shortlist and the accepted list. Minister, can you assure this House as to what process was employed or used to allow individuals that were not on the shortlist?
He called for suspension of all the questionable recruits until the issue is addressed, stressing that it affects national security.
Will you immediately suspend all questionable recruits pending a full investigation? Will you halt all recruitment and training process until the matter is resolved in the interest of transparency and accountability? Will you refer these cases of impersonation?
In response, the defense minister emphasized the urgent approach taken from his side. He says the issue will undergo investigation to ensure transparency.
But I'd like to assure the House and our country that an investigation has been ordered. If there are people who have been through Golden River Training Depot by shortcuts, we will not entertain them.
He also assured the country that proactive measures will be taken to address areas that lack credibility, such as the imbalance of recruits from different regions.
That also includes the regional balance and the provincial balance in the current recruitment, as well as we want to look at all the defense, 3,000 plus active force that are there. We want to know where they come from.
Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
Serious concerns are being raised over the deteriorating state of the Iritano Highway, where a neglected stretch between Dasiama and the Brown River Bridge is posing risk to both public safety and the daily economic activities. Local leaders are urging authorities and contractors to urgently address this issue.
Iritano Highway is a vital transport link connecting Gulf Province, Kairuko District, Goilala District and Hirikoyari District to Port Moresby, supporting the movement of goods, services and people. Vanapa Brown Local Level Government President Francis Isoaimo Namea has reported deteriorating road condition between Dasiama and Brown River Bridge, describing it as one of the worst along the highway. Communities along the route have reported rising transport costs, vehicle damage, and delays in accessing markets and essential services due to the poor road condition. President Namea raised concerns questioning the lack of prioritization under ongoing rehabilitation works funded by the national government. The road upgrade project, funded under the Connect PNG program and awarded to Hebo Construction, was meant to rehabilitate the highway. But President Namea says the most critical section has been neglected, questioning whether provisions exist within the contract to maintain the road during construction. Local communities are now urging swift action to restore the road and ensure it remains accessible for all users. Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
Former Prime Minister Peter O'Neill raised a series of questions in Parliament today, highlighting the delay in full implementation of the Connect PNG project, conflict of interest, audit report, and the procurement process in awarding the contracts. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja lah. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Years ago, Dated PNG began with a vision to connect Papua New Guinea through technology.
Today, we celebrate 40 years of innovation, service, and partnership.
From humble beginnings to becoming a trusted leader in ICT, our journey has been powered by our people, our clients, and our community.
As we honor the past, we look forward to shaping the future together.
Happy 40th anniversary, Dated PNG.
Hey there, I'm Martha. Join me every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for Goodman Fielder International Sky Time. The cooking show where we inspire you to create simple and delicious meals using ingredients available near you. Plus, we have talented chefs and cooks joining us throughout the year, sharing their own delicious creations. Remember, that's every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. Women and girls from across the National Capital District, including women representatives from the Motu Koita Assembly, gathered in large numbers at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium today to commemorate the National Women's Day.
The event, hosted by National Capital District Commission through its Family, Gender Equality and Women Empowerment Division, so participants, including women, girls, and even men from across NCD, turn up in their respective colors to celebrate the occasion. The National Women's Day 2026 was observed under the theme, Strong in Mary, Protecting Rights, Building PNG. The President of National Council of Women for Papua New Guinea, Sabet Yengis, addressed the audience, highlighting the vulnerability of women and girls to sexual abuse and gender-based violence.
And girls are viewed as commodities, leaving them vulnerable to sexual and gender-based violence. According to International Human Rights Organization, 2 out of 3 women in PNG, roughly 67%, have experienced violence.
In attendance, the reigning Miss Bed of Paradise, Yampela Popena, encouraged young women of Papua New Guinea to learn from mothers and elders in order to help shape the nation's future.
Let us look to the older ones who have passed before us. Look to them for strength and guidance. See the way that they have shaped their lives. Take inspiration from them.
The event commenced at 5 a.m. with health and wellness Zumba session, followed by a range of women empowerment programs aimed at developing future women leaders. Entertainment and activities were also organized for people of all ages. Various SME groups and organizations also set up stalls at the venue, including BSB, National Banking Corporation, and Nescafe, who provided free coffee to participants. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, the president of the National Council of Women in Papua New Guinea, Sabet Yangis, encouraged women and girls to promote unity and be respectful in all aspects of life.
In an interview with the president of National Council of Women in Papua New Guinea, Sabet Yangis, she said occasions like the National Women's Day provides an important platform for women across the country to share their perspective on cultural barriers within the society.
Paus Paco to host this. Today here, we are here to say our thoughts and what we have in our the long-time culture and how women can go when they have heavies and blockades in school and in our family. We have to be strong.
She also encouraged women and girls to be respectful in all aspects of life.
Encourage the women and girls in Papua New Guinea is to always respect our family, respect our community, and respect our province, and respect the culture. And always be with your family. And that's where you can walk through your future.
Yangis further called for unity and togetherness among women leaders across all 22 provinces of Papua New Guinea.
Especially to the Provincial Council of Women Presidents, we must always work together. Forget all the difference. We speak one language and we all stand up and go move Papua New Guinea. Thank you.
Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
The Independent Commission Against Corruption in Papua New Guinea held its first Regional Commissioners' Breakfast workshop in Mount Hagen today.
The theme for the event was engaging provincial leadership, promoting integrity and accountability through partnerships. For the first time, the Independent Commission Against Corruption, or ICAC, hosted a Regional Commissioners' Breakfast workshop, marking the commencement of the 4 regional workshops to be conducted this year. This session brought together provincial administrators and senior public officials from across the Highlands region to learn more about ICAC and explore opportunities for collaboration in both prevention and enforcement in the fight against corruption. Noting that the provincial administrations are in many ways engine rooms for the government, the acting commissioner for ICAC, Thomas Elau, said when these provincial systems are weak, that is when corruption grows.
Administrations are, in many ways, the engine of government. When provincial systems work well, services reach people and development improves. But when systems are weak, there is room for mismanagement and abuse of authority, and this is where corruption can grow. This is why strong provincial leadership is so important in maintaining integrity in public administration.
He said corruption at the provincial level directly undermines service delivery.
Corruption at the provincial level directly undermines health services, education delivery, road and infrastructure development, law and order enforcement and operations, the rule of law. Communities experience the immediate consequences, further entrenching distrust in the government.
The acting Deputy Commissioner Prevention and Cooperation for ICAC, Don Sawang, told the provincial administrators that every kina that moves through their provinces, districts or LLGs is a test of leadership, accountability and integrity.
But the approval starts with you. So you have to examine your own consciousness.
The teams were welcomed by the Western Highlands Provincial Government team, led by the Deputy Governor Michael Mai, including the Provincial Administration team, led by the Deputy Provincial Administrator Ashley Tikil. Among the provincial heads and other guests was the governor for Jimbo province, Noah Cool. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Member for Sinisina Yongumul, Karangakua, has raised concerns on strict restrictions by Australia on their export of livestock to Papua New Guinea, especially live cattle for breeding.
During Parliament today, member for Sinisina Yongumul, Karangakua, questioned the Prime Minister on whether the government is aware on the restrictions by Australia regarding the exports of livestock to Papua New Guinea. Mr. Kua said it is not possible for PNG to import live cattle from Australia for breeding purposes. He said since the government is taking steps towards rehabilitating and commercializing the livestock industry in the country, such restrictions must be looked at.
At the moment, in Papua New Guinea, it's difficult to bring in livestock from especially Australia because they have what they call a protocol in place between Australia and Papua New Guinea.
In response, Prime Minister James Marape said every country has its own policies when it comes to export of livestock.
Australia, particularly because of the island standing and the livestock is a major industry. They're very, very strict on partner nations in which import-exports does take place, as well as border surveillance. And we work with Australia for the southern side of our country.
The PM said his government is working towards breeding more cattle with aim to supply the massive potential market just next door, which is Indonesia. However, he said the import restrictions by Australia can be resolved through proper dialogue.
That Indonesia remains a very big market for beef. Very, very big market. In fact, the biggest beef market in the whole world is Indonesia right now as we speak. And so this is an industry that must be moved, and I take this question to heart. We will work with the Australian government. We've started this work to see the compatibility of our NACIA standard as well as the standards.
Meanwhile, reports show that bulk of Indonesia's 280 million population potentially consumes beef. Though the country is the biggest beef producer, given its large population, the demand is high and Papua New Guinea has significant potential to export beef across the border. Pakatambu, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The Kina closed lower at $0.2318 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying $0.2243 US, 0.3162 Australian dollars, 0.1851 euro, and 35.27 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed lower, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading lower, and copper closed unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Announcing the Skill Rise School Competition 2026 with monthly prizes of GFI products, student project fees, and a major prize of 25,000 Kina building project funding, you can make a difference. Here's how you can enter. Just buy any 1 kg medium grain or soft and sweet Scout rice and give your child a drop into the entry box provided in selected schools to win. Terms and conditions apply. Scout rice, and by you like it.
Banking used to mean long trips, endless queues, and piles of paperwork. But now, BSP's One Talk Wallet means no waits, no forms, no fuss. No BSP account needed. Just dial *131# to access your money wherever, whenever. Send, receive funds, withdraw cash at an ATM without a bank card, pay for school fees, and make top-up purchases safely and securely. BSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy.
Why? Semakin bapak seharian.
Auntie, bangka goksim. David Loran. Anything you passed it. Sparks, it's in me.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National MTV News. Elenas Battery, the acting commissioner of operations for ICAC, warned provincial administrators that when prevention is ignored, ICAC will respond with its full powers, highlighting the critical importance of accountability.
The acting commissioner said ICAC is fully operational and actively exercising its mandate across the country.
Let me be a little bit more clearer in that respect. If you violate procurement rules, and it has been explained by my colleague, Deputy Commissioner, if you disregard FMA requirements, if you breach.
He said these actions demonstrate a commission that is not only functional, but increasingly assertive, visible, and determined. Each search warrant, each arrest, and each prosecution sends a clear message. He said ICAC exists to protect the integrity of public institutions and to ensure that people of Papua New Guinea can trust the institution and officers that serves them.
Transfers or harassment or isolation. Retaliation is punishable offense and undermines the entire integrity system. Now, before I conclude,
Batari said ICAC will act when corruption occurs. Provincial leaders must therefore uphold not only prevention responsibilities, but also enforce obligations.
You must make relevant officers available for interviews. You must ensure no obstruction, interference, or withholding of information, and respect the integrity and independence of the investigating.
When provincial leaders cooperate fully with investigations, protect their staff, and uphold law, they protect public funds and strengthen their place in them by the people. He further said no officer, whistleblower, or community member who cooperates with ICAC should face threats, demotion, transfers, harassment, and isolation. In conclusion, Batari said retaliation is a punishable offense and undermines the entire integrity system. Samantha Solomon, National MTV News, Montagan.
Christian Blind Mission conducted one of its second biggest outreach program for patients with eye health problems in the Highlands region in partnership with Kalang Services and Migende Catholic Health Center in Simbu Province.
The outreach program was conducted by eye specialists from Goroka Provincial Specialist Hospital, Mount Again Hospital and Southern Highlands for a week at Migende Catholic Health Center in Simbu. Christian Blind Mission Project Coordinator Joanna Kaupa said the outreach is the first for 2026. She said this year the outreach has seen patients from all over Simbu Province, Jiwaka, Mount Again and other Highlands provinces coming to seek eye care consultations. The outreach is mostly funded by CBM. She explained that common eye health care problems include contract eye problems that is common for people aged 40 and above, retinal eye problems and trauma cases caused by fights, accidents and injuries. She pointed out that Eastern Highlands has recorded a big number of trauma cases among other Highlands provinces as well. Kaupa highlighted that contract eye problems is common at the ages of 45 to 70, associated with aging, while retinal eye problems is common among young people, especially males in their 20s and 30s. One of the contract eye patients thanked CBM for the partnership program as it has helped her regain her sight.
Thank you, Lord. God bless him all. Walk long all, walk mari long all. Na tu mi no buy me free of charge, so me talk weekly. Thank you, Lord. God bless me.
Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Department of Justice and Attorney General has been addressing stunting in the country for 2 years now under their Child Nutrition and Social Protection Project. DGX Secretary Dr. Eric Kwa said the rate of stunting is increasing in the country, and through the CNSP project, awareness on nutrition will be carried out to address stunting. Dr. Kwa said almost 45% of the population, mostly children, are stunted, and the only way to address this issue is through awareness on nutritious food and healthy living.
So what we have done is that we are now implementing the nutrition policy that was adopted in 2005. And so almost after 20 years, we are rolling it out. And the whole idea is to encourage families to support our children, including those pregnant women who are carrying babies.
The Next Gen LT Pikinini Good Pelanation, the brand for CNSP project, aims to create a healthy generation for the next 50 years. A mascot for the Next Gen was launched today to support the awareness to combat stunting in the country.
We need to do messaging. And so our communications team agreed that we should at least do a messaging with a mascot. And that's why today we launched our mascot, the Next Gen. What do we mean by Next Gen? We're talking about the next generation of Papua New Guineans, the next group of Papua New Guineans who must be healthy.
Next Gen will roll out in 4 provinces.
Because stunting is a nationwide problem. We have to identify 4 pilot provinces that have the highest number of stunting. And so we chose East New Britain, Simbu, Western Province, and Medang. Now that doesn't mean that all the other provinces are doing fine. We just needed to try it out in these 4 provinces and see how we can be able to attend to our children. And so in the last 2 years, we've been able to work in these 4 provinces, and just recently, we have now added Morobe into the program, so that we will now be targeting 5 provinces this year.
Secretary Kwa further called on departments and relevant stakeholders to support the fight against stunting. Meanwhile, the Secretary for DGAC revealed that preparations for the second National Nutrition Summit is going well. The summit is set to happen this year in July. Following the first ever National Nutrition Summit in 2025, Dr. Kwa said there were 300 participants. This year, DGAC, with its supporting partners, aim to bring more people.
And so we're hoping that we can have another one in July. It's progressing quite well. We're aiming to target a specific date in July. We have now put together NDC submission. Document is going to cabinet to Masawe on what's happening because they gave the approval for the World Bank loan. And so we want to inform the cabinet that what you have agreed and now the government is implementing with the partners, the results are this.
Dr. Kwa said the summit will bring together relevant stakeholders to discuss and find ways to tackle child malnutrition in the country.
Our governors, our provincial assemblies, they can also take ownership of this, provincial administrations. In some districts, if districts can come forward, the DDAs can take ownership of this because we're talking about our children. We're talking about the next generation of Papua New Guineans. This is investment into the future. And so in July, we hope that we can be able to bring in all these different government levels, that we can bring them in, and we can also bring in the different partners and the stakeholders. Those in the business community can come forward, and they support us in this program. The whole idea is to improve the health of our children.
Today at the Konedobu roundabout in Port Moresby, Business for Health Papua New Guinea staged a large-scale balloon installation to highlight the growing number of tuberculosis cases in the country and raise public awareness about the disease.
In response to the country's high tuberculosis rates, Business for Health, or B4H, a private sector-funded initiative, is working alongside the government and other partners to strengthen workplace response to tuberculosis and HIV. Their effort focuses on increasing awareness, promoting early screening and timely treatment. Today, balloons and informative posters were placed at Konedobu roundabout in Port Moresby as a symbol of observing the World TB Day. Speaking to EMTV News, B4H Project Director Dr. Anne Clark highlighted the importance of raising awareness to end TB.
Throughout the world, we know that we have many millions of people sick with TB, and many millions die. Here in Papua New Guinea, last year we had 70,000 cases of tuberculosis and more than 12,000 deaths. The purpose of today is to try and teach people the most basic thing about tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is an airborne infection, and so anyone with TB who coughs puts germs into the air.
She also explained the reason behind the balloon installation.
Our balloons are based on the clinical chart to explain what might be wrong with you when you bring up your kus or your phlegm in the morning. If you have a cough, the different colours indicate infection. So what we want to see is everybody with clear coloured kus. So today the public will see TB is about an airborne infection. TB is very prevalent here in the NCD.
Dr. Clark explained that TB is an airborne disease that spreads easily from person to person. However, misconceptions, including beliefs that illness is caused by sorcery or other customary practices, often prevent people from seeking medical treatment.
An airborne infection, not sorcery, not related to being hit, not related to glassman's information, and all of the other things that people think that how TB is spread. TB is spread when someone with TB coughs.
B4H continues to urge communities to seek proper medical care and to support national efforts to combat tuberculosis. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Ruka Sports. Stay with us.
Chicken kebasa, Gina. Yum.
Beef stir fry. Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Ready for the world, so is your Visa Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new Visa Visa card.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots. You get big data and big value with Telecom Goodpilla mobile data plans. From only 3 Kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 Kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Goodpilla data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Banking used to mean long trips, endless queues, and piles of paperwork. But now, BSP's one-talk wallet means no waits, no forms, no fuss. No BSP account needed. Just dial *131# to access your money wherever, whenever. Send, receive funds, withdraw cash at an ATM without a bank card, pay for school fees, and make top-up purchases safely and securely. BSP's one-talk wallet. Money made easy.
Sport is one thing that can give kids direction and keep us out of troubles.
Sport is more than just a game. It's passion, it's pride, it's community. Every week we bring you highlights, the heat and the heart of the game.
Very special representing our country.
Big plays, big personalities and big moments. If it's making headlines and it's making history, it's on Sports Scene. Thursdays at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The 2025 PNG National Rugby League competition premieres. The Livestock Tigers are aiming for a back-to-back title this season. This was made known by the club following their trial over the weekend.
With under 20 days before the Papua New Guinea National Rugby League competition kicks off, the season 2025 premieres, the Livestock Tigers are already looking to defend the title. Tigers head coach Noel Jennings says they still have about 20% of last season's squad, while 40% have moved to other teams, including few joining the Papua New Guinea Hunters.
Retaining almost 60%, 40% they move on. Some of them are Hunters, some are move on to other clubs, other franchises.
He says the remaining players from last season are leading the charge in their preparation ahead of season 2026. He expressed this following one of their trial matches against Miles United last weekend in Lae. Now that they have trialed their preseason squad, Jennings says they are in a good position to trim down the numbers. They will do so this weekend and announce their final season 2026 team. Tigers are anticipating a strong campaign this season to hopefully defend the title, knowing very well that other teams will come into the competition with the aim to also get the title. He also highlighted that there will be few new players fresh off their academy and school programs in Lae released from the den this season, and it is exciting to see them through.
We're going to team and after they lost the premiership over the last year, but come back. We will live like a good squad, good balance, and young plan or new plan. All among the staff, experienced staff. So, I think give people a challenge of this year of different cup.
He says their aim as Tigers this season is to win back-to-back titles.
Yeah, now it's a team play and we're going to move along in the story. Ready to play good for next week.
Charlie Dumavi, Chukai Sports.
Troca Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Troca Sports.
Some days feel grey until someone brings back your smile. Happiness sometimes all it takes is a bite or a scoop.
Late again?
And sometimes it's waiting in the freezer just for you.
Share the love, share the happiness in every moment with Gala.
Gala Yum.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Why? Makin tapos si Arya!
Auntie, come back with him. David Loran. Anything you passed it.
Spots.
It's in me.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
I'm Martha. Join me every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for Goodman Fielder International Sky Time. The cooking show where we inspire you to create simple and delicious meals using ingredients available near you. Plus, we have talented chefs and cooks joining us throughout the year, sharing their own delicious creations. Remember, that's every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes, everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
You're watching Troca Sports. Touch Federation of Papua New Guinea is running against the clock to secure funding to participate in the 2026 Asia Pacific Open Touch Cup in Australia. The tournament is set to take place next month, April 23rd to 26th.
The code expressed in a statement that they are urgently in need of sponsorship support towards sending 3 Open Division teams to the 2026 Asia Pacific Open Touch Cup in Australia. The teams include Papua New Guinea Open Men's, Women's and Mixed Divisions. The tournament is a Federation of International Touch sanctioned tournament and is set to be hosted from April 23rd to 26 in Machi, New South Wales. The participation of these three national teams is also a lead-up preparation towards the 2028 Touch World Cup in New Zealand and the 2032 Olympics Games, if Touch Footy is approved to participate. The current Touch Federation Papua New Guinea executive, since being officially sworn into office in 2025, have been proactively emphasizing on good governance, accountability, transparency, and the development as stipulated in its 5-year strategic development plan. Touch Federation PNG is now calling on the national government through the Ministry of Departments of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology and Sports, PNG Sports Foundation, including business houses, to assist them of sponsorship for the three national teams. Charlie Dumavi, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hoy, maganda pa si Arya!
Auntie, bangkagok sim. David Loran. Anything you passed it. Spots. It's in me.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your #1 to watch.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Money Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, cloudy with rain to rain showers. Darrow, cloudy with rain to rain showers and thunderstorms. Kerema, cloudy with rain to rain showers and thunderstorms. Alota, mostly cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Popondetta, cloudy with rain to rain showers and thunderstorms. In the Momase region, Lake City, cloudy then some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Medeng, cloudy with some rain to rain showers and thunderstorms. Wewak, mostly cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorms. And Vanimo, partly cloudy with chances of some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In the New Guinea Island region, Lorengau, cloudy periods with rain to rain showers and thunderstorms. Kavieng, partly cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorms. Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorms. Kimbe, partly cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorms. And Buka, partly cloudy, then afternoon rain showers and thunderstorms. And in the Highlands region, Mount Agan City, cloudy with rain to rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Barnes and Kundiawa, cloudy with rain to rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy with rain to rain showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Tuesday, the 24th of March 2026. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.